Namaste. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I am going to discuss about a topic suggested in the last video, that is a slave trade in Kerala. I also felt like there's a need to discuss about these people who just suffered and suffered and suffered, and without any dignity, without any knowledge of rights, how they were just performing and performing the activities for the other people in the society. So the slave word, when we analyze, we will come to know that they are born to follow the rules and regulation, and there will be masters to make them perform the actions whichever the master needed. So the slave and the slave trades, whenever we think, we will come to know in the many parts of the world, like Caribbean, Africa, then even in India, there were the slaves and slave trades were there. How this comes, especially in Kerala, how it happens, we know the Kerala, who is a land of forest and many marshy lands, and some are useful for paddy fields, some are useful for other cultivation. So lot of people were needed to chop off the trees in the and make the land available for the agriculture purpose. So a lot of people needed, and we don't know whether they are migrated from the other parts of the country, but a lot of people has been taken for this purpose, for the agriculture. Now, on what basis they are considered as the slaves or the unapproachable or untouchable community? It's based on the scriptures misinterpretation, like the divisions which it says in the caste system, like Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudras, and the low status of Shudras are known as slaves. Now these slaves are meant to do the work, to serve the master. If we check, the slaves are the last category, the fourth one. He is responsible to generate food for the other three community. So there is a vast or the large category is for just to take the generation of food made by the Shudra community, right? So more people were needed, so more people has been taken for this purpose. The road which they made, the paddy field they made, so lot of peoples were taken, whether they were the inhabitants or they were the other places people, we don't know about. There is not much idea about that, but from the inscriptions of copper plate and other, we just came to know that under the Chairman Shasana, all these activities were happening. So there are Trikakara Anushasanam, Perinjallur Anushasanam. Other inscriptions will also talk about how the slaves were generated or how the trade was happening between them. Now first we need to know that how they used to live. For the people who called as the slave are like, especially in Kerala, it is Parayas, Pulayas, Vetavans, belong to that category, caste below the Nayars and the Iravas. There are these groups, and they were considered as the slaves or the unapproachable or untouchable people. Now these people are living in a hut, and others are living in the house, and their house hut has been called as madam. Madam is similar to the word malam. So it's like animals burrow, same way he also need to live. So madam, and their children are called as monkeys. So all type of low graded namings and all consideration has been given to these people. Now they don't allowed to wear the ornaments, so what they will put the stones and all. So from in that also, like in law class also, there is a categorization. The ornaments which Pulayas wearing is not allowed to Parayas. Parayas which belong is not to Vetavans. So this way the categorization is also there. They are not allowed to wear gold or silver. Nothing is there. So these were their lifestyles. Now if we go to their trade were done on the basis of mainly by three process. One is janam, other one is kanam, and the third one is for like patam. Also there is panayam. Now janam is something like, there will be a price tag for this person. The master will put a price tag, like how the commodities has been kept in a market with the price sticker on it. Same way the slave also have a price tag, and those who are ready to buy this person with this price, he will be on up. Now this new master will be taken care of the slave. Old master has been solved. Second one is Kanam. Kanam is like montage proprietor, like 2 by 3rd has been paid, and annually the old master will get the rice, some amount of rice to them. And if the old master wants him back, him or her, I'm just saying for the easy purpose, him, maybe the ladies also, because woman and man categorization was not there, so that also done. Categorization is not there. So same way, if he wants his slave back, so he can repay the money and get him back, the slave back. Third one is patam. Patam is like for, like, lease purpose, which we say nowadays. Same way the human beings has been kept for lease purpose, and for men there will be 8 panams, and for women it will be the 4 panam. So this way the price has been given, and the person will be kept for lease. Then panayam. Panayam means what, like how we keep gold or silver for a period of time, we keep that on loan purpose. Same way the slaves also has been kept for the loan purpose. Now these were the slave trade was happening. The other men were also there, for some time being. Also they had sent from the master to the new master, and after the purpose they will come back to the old master. So all this process, the slave trade was happening. Now see how the slave always became the slave. We need to know that, because they were got imposed with a lot of tax. Like, if they want to do the marriage, then they have to pay the tax to the ruler. Then if any special occasion, like Kerala has lot of special occasions on account, so any special accounts are there, then they have to pay the money for the celebration. Then for hair growth, they have to pay the tax. For mustache, they have to pay the tax. For the breast growth, they have to pay the tax. This is one of the shameful thing which we need to know, that in Kerala they used to take tax from the ladies for according to their breast growth, So there is an historical the incident which happened with the Nangeli, who had chopped off her breast, because she don't have money to give as per the name of tax. So this way the tax has been imposed in many account. It's not in one. Now he is working and they are not giving the wage, and they have to pay this back. So in short, if we look at their life, they are always became the debitors, right? Creditors always just excusing them and taking out their hard work and making them always suffer. So that's way the survey the slaves has been done. Now one more thing we want to know that if the slave had died after selling him died, is the old masters responsible to get the equal valued slave to the new master? Is his responsibility. So it's more than like a thing, like how the commodities we are getting from the market, how we purchase the same way the human beings uh, has been used by the rich community or rich society in during the period of 800, almost like 1855, and until the abolition of slavery has been announced, indirectly or directly. Even after the proclamation, this was happening. They don't have education, they are not allowed to go to public road, they are not allowed to enter the temple, they are not allowed to get into the marketplace, they are not allowed to wear the ornaments. Lot of restrictions are there. They are not allowed to sell the products in the because they are sinners, and Brahmins, they are the descendants of Brahma. So this way, many times or most, that they categorized and created the caste discrimination. We don't know the actual time when the caste discrimination started, but this process made the inequalities in the society, and the social harmony has been destroyed by this process. So, if we check how the abolition, because we are living in the society where equal rights, equal dignity, equal status, all we are asking for, or we all should be considered as the same. And when our constitution says unity in diversity, so all this categorization how has been happened in the terms of slavery. So in slavery, when the British came here in the 18th century, we know a lot of changes they had made or they had given. So for slavery purpose, the first and foremost thing, because they need people for their mission purpose. Obviously, that's a hidden agenda they had, but the benefits which got for the Kerala people during that time, because they had given an appeal to Madras government regarding the need of emancipation for slavery. So that has been done by the Christian missionaries for the people of Kerala. And again, they had appealed for the improvement for the stage of slaves in the society. Again, they put the pressure on government. So this way, what happens during the period of Rani Lakshmi Bai from 1812 to 1815, which she ruled. So she came to know that there is a need to consider this issue, and she proclaimed two rules. Okay, she made two proclamation. One is the Christians should be exempted from the tax. Now, the other one was Uriyam. Uriyam is something like, the workers will be taken for some contract work and all such thing, and they will be provided with food. The food may also will become less, and the wage will be not given. So this is the Uriyam work, and cunningly the missionaries started working, and Rani Lakshmi Bai has been announced as the Christians should be exempted from this Uriyam process also. Now there's no benefit with this, just Christian community has been exempted, and the majority of the people in Kerala is Hindus, and they are still suffering with the with the rules and the Anushasanams and the Smriti and all such thing. So there's no official order to say that these people should not be mistreated. So thus they suffered again and again and again. And in 1843, what happened? The memo by Colonel Munro has been created and given to Uttram Tirunal, saying that there is a need to take care of slave people or the low banded people, and this has been considered by Uttram Tirunal. And 1847 again, the General Cullen has been Cullen, his name Cullen. Cullen has been pushed this issue forward, and 1852 some of the draft has been guidelines has been generated by Divan of the Travancoras that time. So slowly the process of stoppage of slavery has been started, and in 1855 June, the abolishment of slavery has been announced by the Raja. So this way they abolished the slavery. And after the independence, what happened? The 370 and 371 of constitution talks about any type of slaves and slavery activity are subjected to punishable, right? So no slaves and slaveries has been ended by from the period of independence till the times, right? And nobody is ready to do all these things because it is an offense. So these are the some of the details which are there in the names of slave and slave trade. But there are lot of books which mentioning about the slave trade, like Unni Neeli, then Ananda Bharvam, then the modern book, if you want to, because he published in 2017. His book is Modernity to Slavery. He is discussing about mainly about the Kerala, and I had taken some of the points from his books, and it is like how actually people has been became the slaves, who named the people or who gave the tagline of slaves to the people who is considered as Shudras or slaves, how it came and what was the purpose of taking them. Everything has been discussed in the books, like from place to place he is discussing, and he is connecting it with the Christian missionaries and the progress and all such things. So kindly read that book so you will get an idea about it. And Subinji, this is the he had asked this question of slavery of Kerala. So I hope you got an idea about it. So slaves and slaveries are not good for the society. So just try to make an I just so these are the books which mentions about the slaves or the cultural background or the historical background of Kerala, and the trade, which is like lot of incidents, like whenever the rich people among themselves the donates the land to other person, so they will donate the land along with the slaves, right? So in Trikakara Anushasanam also you can see, in Tiruvalla, then Perinjallur, everywhere you can see that they always sell their property or they sell their lands with slaves which they have. So lot of trade has been happened, and now it has been stopped. and we are lucky to the spirit where the slave trades concepts are not there. Thank you.